How's it going, everyone? I'm out here in my garage and I figured I'd do something. This is one of those videos that's a little different. So I have a scooter here from when I was a kid. I brought it back from Tennessee visiting my parents. Yes, they pretty much have everything from when I was a kid. And I figured this would be cool, show my daughter my scooter. And I didn't use it all too much. I probably got it in like middle school and then we went overseas and I can't remember using it overseas. So pretty sure I got this when I lived in Homestead, Florida. So that would probably put it around like 90, 91, I believe. So I had to buy some parts for it because, well, it's been up in their attic. At least in the house they're in now, it's been in their attic. And Tennessee heat, man, it gets hot in their attic. So not good on things. But here it is. So here's the scooter. Yeah, the bright orange. I don't think it was anything fancy at the time. It's just called Kent. It has like plastic wheels, these style of brakes. Remember those? Old school. They actually call those vintage pads. So I got new pads. Here's the old one I took off to look online. It's kind of petrified, so I figured I should get new ones. They're actually kind of pricey. I think it was like 15 bucks for a pack. For like 30 bucks there to do front and rear. They call these vintage. Vintage? Man, makes me feel old. And then the tires, I can't believe it. So the tires are Kinda, and it's a K50, and that's what is on these. And you might be like, God, those look pretty good. You didn't? Yeah, I never used the scooter much. That's why it had to be in between. It must have went to government storage, and then that's basically it. Government storage. But they're dry rotted. See, you can push in and just peel that rubber right off the carcass. So that's going to be fun getting those off. You can see just things are rusty just because it sat in their attic with the humidity in Tennessee. Don't put things in your attic. And then the back's the same way. So I got 2 tires, 2 tubes, in 2 sets of brake pads. And this is how scooters were back in the day. We didn't have razor things with rollerblade wheels that can't go over a puddle. I mean, this could actually roll over stuff, roll over dirt, jump off curbs, do cool stuff. You actually had brakes, you know, so just, I think, a lot cooler than what they have now. Like my daughter, where is it? My daughter, she has this 3-wheel thing. That's what she wanted. She does want a razor probably at some point, but that's what she wanted. She loves it. But these are the sort of things kids are on now. Man, this is the sort of thing I was on. And, you know, and with tires, they're a little bit smoother ride going over stuff because you have a little bit of suspension there within the tube and tire. And no suspension otherwise, you know, just, but a lot more there, a lot better ride than those razor scooters. And I'm sure this was cheap. I'm sure this was like $100 scooter at the time. I'm really trying to figure out when I got this. I really don't know. I obviously didn't use it much because you can see, look at that. Really doesn't look like it was worn, other than it's petrified now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to this and take off the wheels and put on some new parts and see if this works or if I just wasted like 90 bucks. Oh yeah, it costs a lot for tires, brake pads, and tubes. So probably like 15 bucks total for the tubes. I think it was like 15 or 18 bucks, I believe, for each tire. Yeah. So some would be like, well, just go to Goodwill. If I was like, you're not gonna find anything like this, not from back in the day. And if it all works out good, then I'll get some new. See if they still make these mushroom grips. Remember these guys? They always felt good, but slick as could be if water got in them. Obviously, this has like a little mildew on it from at some point, so I will change those out if everything else goes good. Well, I got the scooter together, and it seems like it works. I've just been using it in the garage here. So here it is. Here is the scooter. with the new tires on, the brake pads. Brakes are just as good as you can adjust those type of brakes. Yeah, I kind of rode it around in here in the garage. Should be fun. It'll let me join my daughter on her scooter rides in kind of a vintage style. I was thinking I probably got this longer than middle school. I was probably in elementary school. I just didn't really ever use it as a kid much. I always preferred my bicycle, which that will be my next retro vintage project. Here it is, BMX Turbo. Team Cycle Light. So back in the day, I can remember buying this. Got this in Georgia. I lived with my grandparents for a short period, and I think this was like $300 and I want to say like $80, which is a lot of money back in like 85. I want to say like 85, 86. So these though are going to be a pain in the butt, and the chrome's coming off the wheels. Although that probably won't affect much. But these tires are pretty crispy, although they softened up since being in my garage. Oh, the back one's like a rock. Yeah, I can barely move that. So that's going to be a project. I don't know. I'll probably just give that away. I don't have a boy. Maybe I'll give that to my nephew. You know, just redo it. Something fun just to redo. Brings back memories again. Remember these mushroom grips and pedals like this you would buy? They were pretty expensive too back in the day. You go like Kmart or whatever it was back then. I think it was probably Kmart. And you'd have selection of awesome pedals. Aftermarket. But yeah, I was actually surprised. The Kinda tubes, being that old, man, still had air in them. They're still good. I'm going to go ahead and just toss them on the shelf due to the price of tubes for this silly thing, just in case one pops. But these are Kinda. They're made in Taiwan. It says right there, probably can't see it, but made in Taiwan. Oh, wait. This might be the one my father replaced. See, that's what had me think I got that in Michigan, so I must have been younger. Because I can remember they were airing it up for the first time. I think they probably bought it at Toys R Us. And they blew one of the tubes with the air compressor. And this one says Qingzheng, made in Taiwan. Let's see. This one says Kinda, made in Taiwan. So this was what came with it. That was the one they replaced. The tubes the tires are petrified. They were pretty easy just to yank off, but I'm trying to find the one that's all oh, when I was pulling it off, you can see it just like literally cracked. Like, look at that. You can squeeze, and that rubber is just brittle. It's amazing. So it's totally deteriorated. Anyways, hopefully you like this video. It's just something a little different, something a little vintage for those that are roughly my age and remember scooters like this. Yeah, you can rebuild them, have fun with your kids if you still have it laying around. Why not, you know? Why go buy something? Yeah, I mean, it costs a little bit of money to tires and stuff, but you know what? After I'm done with it, after my daughter's done, I'll just give this away, or Goodwill or whatever. No, Goodwill will sell it. I will probably just give it away at some point. I probably will replace these if we end up scooting around the streets together. Hey, if it gets her out there and about, that's what I'm about, getting her out there versus on the TV. If I could get her to ride her bike, she's not big into the bikes, thus she's not big into her bike. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this interesting. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos, and you never know what I might bring you. Something like this, short, sweet, and just hopefully brings back memories for people. And yeah, why not? If you got something laying around, vintage is in, isn't it, for most things? So let's do it, man. Let's rock the vintage.